Hey guys, it's Mike with another King Arthur Legends Rise video. I actually filmed an entire video without hitting record, or intermittently. It didn't come out good. I did summon pulls, I did everything. So we're gonna go over what happened during that time, and then I do have a cheeky little 10 pack I'm gonna pull and hopefully get something good. But I did spend, you can see all my rubies are gone. For you guys, I went and bought 3 10 packs of summons to go until we got a legendary character, and then I didn't even film it so you couldn't see it. So I apologize for that, but we were lucky enough to pull ourselves a Merlin. So very excited about the freeze elements of his kit. He's got freeze here on his A1. He's got frozen remains, which is pretty interesting the way that works on his A2, and then another freeze on his A3, hitting all enemies 2 times. So I see him a lot in arena, so I expect that he's going to be an arena champion for me, but he's probably also going to help me to get through waves, just slowing down the enemies from actually being able to do damage to me. So I'm in the process right now of stepping him up. I think the Steed faction is open today, so I'll be jumping on that and hopefully getting his awakening up as well. We did have a new champion enter the game, Nika, and she seems like she's pretty cool. She seems like a really strong healer with her A1 providing some heals based on her HP, which is pretty cool. And then her A2 is also providing heals based on her max HP, along with some other buffs for your team. So it's a great support champion. And then on her A3, we've got another heal coming in with a 100% chance to heal each ally by 16% of her heal, while attacking all allies as well. So, or all allies, all enemies. That's defeating the purpose of healing them if you're going to attack them. But yeah, so you attack all the enemies, so not a huge amount of damage, but it's going to be an AoE that's doing something while you're getting a lot of heals and other buffs on your champion. So she seems like she's pretty solid. I don't know if you had 60 of the rate up summons. You know, if you wait for a damage dealer, I think you'd probably look at your account and see what you need. Although from heals in the game, she seems like she would be a pretty big step up from Turin, who I'm using now. But compared to a Guinevere or some of the other legendary support champions, she may not be quite as impactful or quite as much of a step up. So I don't know if she'd be worth the 60 summons to you or not. But I'd look into what you need and what you're looking for. And if you have these 60 summons raring to go, it might be worthwhile. Remember that it's not guaranteed you get her at 60. You have a 50% chance of getting her and a 50% chance that's scattered across the other legendaries in the game. So just keep that in mind as you go for her. The other thing to keep in mind is your guaranteed summon after 60 resets every time the rate up champion changes. So before I had Bedivere at 48 and I had Ceres at 50, and then Ceres, I don't know. But so those 22 pulls didn't go towards her. So unfortunately, I just wasted those pulls and did not get to guarantee myself that rate up champion or a 50% chance at that rate up champion. So learning from my mistakes, not going to do that again. We're going to hold these until I have 60 or enough plus rubies to go ahead and finish it out. I did pull, I think it was 40 special summons off camera because that's just my luck. That's what I do. But we do have this 10 pull to do, and then we're working on getting these 10 together as well. I also pulled a 10 pack of flame relics the first time, again off camera, and then working towards, I've almost got this, and we're getting close to the storm relics as well. I did pull a couple Cormacs, and I got his frost relic, so I was pretty excited about that. His frost relic is going to be, I believe, the best relic for him, and I've been working on stepping him up. He's also part of the Steed faction, so he's going to help me kind of level up. My Merlin and him are going to be probably carrying my team through the Steed faction boss for a while, but we're going to get those guys awakened and get them as powerful as we can. The other rare that I pulled that I'm very excited about, the first one on the account, and I actually got 2 of her, is Rosier. So this is my first one on the account, and I'm almost ready to get her chivalry up here with that extra copy right there. So I went up against her in arena. She absolutely destroyed me and surprised me, caught me off guard. She does a lot of damage. I think it's specifically with her A3 ability. Must actually attacks all enemies 2 times, and the total damage 178%. So that's pretty big time, and then that damage moves up as you upgrade her skills as well. But she is a great champion. The aesthetics of this champion, I love it. I think she just looks vicious. She looks vicious. You don't want to cross her path. I got my castle up to level 9. I've been working on upgrading it. I do have a couple missions that I need to finish out, including progressing in chapter 5 quest, and then clear Master of Apocalypse ×1. I used all my keys on the other boss, so I didn't have one to do there. So we're going to get into that today as well. But just kind of plugging through. I'm going to try to press on the account in the adventure mode, and maybe even try to get a little further in story mode too. I do have another champion at level 60 with Claudius with some more damage, so that might be somebody I can sub in and actually kind of put teams together that start to make more sense. So give myself some options as I get Merlin and Cormac up there as well. That could be a big win for me. I did get 2 more summons of the rare relics, or common through rare are our chances. So we're going to go ahead and use these and see if we get anything special there. Looks like not so much, so that's all right. But that's where you're going to pick up relics and kind of do better for your team. So that's a great way to go. These are your relics for your pulls here. So you can see I've almost got a 10-pack to guarantee myself a rare frost relic, and then we're moving up. So we're going to go in to Lake Avalon, pull these 10, and see if we can get lucky. Unfortunately, we just reset our pity system, so now we're back to 57. It did take me all the way to pity to get my Merlin, so maybe I'm due. I'm pretty sure most of the legendaries I pulled have been on pity, but we're gonna see if this changes. My luck changes today. We do have the camera recording. I double checked, so we're gonna give this a shot and see what happens. So we got that. Oh no, I think that was just normal. As I was saying, look, gold. It looks gold. I think we got a legendary. That is exciting. All right. Yes, we did. 2 rares too. That is awesome. Ralph, he is in my faction clan, so that is great. Our luck is turning around. Look at us go. That's pretty exciting. I can't wait. Killian, Finn. I did go through and actually put chivalry on all of my champions that I could with the ban. He's new for me. Okay, cool. We'll have to check him out and see what he's up to. And Bulk, and I think this is the one, Jan. But I did go through and I put all the chivalries and put all of my extra copies into 1 copy of my champion to start moving those guys up as we go. And that was a pretty big win. Did cost a little bit of gold though, so I don't know if it was the right choice. Your power erupts like a volcano. I was thinking it was Bedivere. Oh man, who is this? Who is this? He looks pretty vicious. Sigrun. Alright, so let's go take a peek at Sigrun. I don't know if I should be excited or not. I mean, any legendary on the account at this point, and she's new, so I am excited, but I don't know how excited I should be. Alright, so as we take a quick peek at Sigrun's kit here, we're going to go in the A1. She has a chance to place Mark, also attacks 1 enemy, doing some damage there, attack and defense. So you're going to want to kind of put both on her so that she's gaining. On her A2, she's got an interesting ability here where she provides escort, which is basically stealing the damage off of one of your allies. Also the debuffs, and then she also is healing herself with this ability. So you want to probably build her really tanky so that it's hard to get damage on her, and she's going to do some self-healing and pull damage away from your other characters. And then she also has on her A3 another thing with Mark, that works out, but plus it's an AoE damage with 98% attack plus 98% defense. So if you build her pretty balanced between attack and defense, you're probably going to get some pretty good damage out of her. So with the Mark on her kit, I think she's going to pair pretty well with Iwerit, because she has an A3 ability, at least on her Flame Relic, where she does extra 75% damage if the target has Mark. Now, I don't know that she needs an extra champion to lay Mark, because both of her other skills also have the chance to put Mark on a champion. Let's see here, which lowers their defense and their evasion. But if you utilize her with Sigrun, that might be a good duo. I don't have her yet, so I'll find out later, I guess. But welcome to the team, Sigrun. That's pretty exciting. You see I'm starting to stack up a few legendaries, so we'll start getting her maxed out and working forward there. Let's take a look at that rare we got. So Ban on his A1 is going to be hitting 3 times and recovers a portion of the damage dealt. So he's going to be doing some self-healing. So automatically 3 times I'm thinking Boar and bringing down those shields. On his second ability, he also hits 3 times, and 30% chance to gain attack speed increase for 2 turns. So that's pretty good, speeding himself up. And then on his A3, he's got this 50% chance to reduce the target's attack gauge by 10%, which is great for just slowing them down and getting a couple extra turns. Also, it's an AoE ability hitting twice. So all of his abilities are going to be hitting multiple times. So I think he probably would be great in the boar and anywhere where you're running into shields where it takes those extra hits to get those shields down. I have heard that the each point with attack speed is increasing damage, that this scales really well. So if you built him fast, he's probably going to do a lot of damage. So that'd be an interesting person to kind of work on as well. Also a steed, so I might get him going on the team. I did pick up Anguish on the day 9 or day 10 login or whatever it is, and then I pulled him as well. I think I got 1 level of chivalry available. Oh no, I have him available now. We're going to go and pledge it. So I picked him up and a couple copies of him, so we got that going. And he's also a steed, so that's going to fill out my steed faction right there with Anguish, Ban, and we got Merlin, and who was the other one? Oh, Cormac. So that's going to be, I feel like that's going to be a pretty solid team to help me get through that dungeon. But that's about what I got for you today. I'm sorry I didn't get those pulls on camera. That was such a bonehead move, but we'll do it next time and we'll have some fun with it. But I'm going to go ahead and jump in here, get my missions done, start upgrading my castle, press along in adventure mode, and start decking out some of those new characters and see what I can do with them. But I appreciate you tuning in today, and I look forward to seeing you next time.